Hi everyone, and welcome to today where we continue to learn about Shona tenses. Last time we focused on the simple present tense. Today we're going to be going on to the progressive tense, the present progressive tense. This present progressive tense is also commonly known as the re tense. The re tense is what we're going to be learning today. The present progressive tense in Shona is used in two cases. So the first is when we want to state something. And the second case is when we want to show that something is continuous. So something that is continuously happening. It is in progress, something that started a little while back and is still happening. That's what we call continuous in progress. Hence it's called the present progressive tense. So these two use the verb to be. An example of state is saying something like, I am something. I am tall. I am a woman. I am a teacher, for instance. Something that is continuous and in progress is then when we say, I am ing. So here we will put in our verb. So I am that. So for instance, I am walking, meaning I started walking and I'm still doing the walking. I am talking, meaning I started to talk a little while ago and I'm still doing the talking. Hence it's continuous and it's actually in progress. The to be verb in most languages is irregular. It doesn't always look the same when you conjugate it, meaning when you use it with different persons and different pronouns. For instance, if I want to use the to be verb in English, I say I am. I don't say I be. I say you are. I don't say you be. Well, you could, but it's not grammatically correct. I don't say he, she, be. I say he, she is. We are. You all are, they are. One thing to note then for the to be verb in Shona is that it also is irregular. We actually call it a defective verb. Why is it defective? That's because the to be verb in Shona is kuri. How do we know it's defective? First, it doesn't end like all other verbs in A. It ends in I. So that becomes a little bit weird. Most other verbs start with ku, end in A. This one starts with ku, but ends in the letter I. So that's one way it's defective. The second way that kuri is defective is that it doesn't combine with the tense markers. Remember how last week we combined our verbs with no, ndi, no, jiga. So jiga was combined with no. You can't do that with kuri. You can't say ndi, no, ri. It's impossible. So this verb does not combine with any other tense markers. So it becomes its own tense marker, ri. So if I want to say I am, I say ndi ri. You are u ri. He or she is a ri. We are ti ri. You all are, or you polite to an adult are muri. They are vari. So again, I chose 3 classes for our it. Class 5, class 7, and class 9. Ri, it is ri. Chi, it is chi ri. And I, it is I ri. In the simple present tense, our verb marker was no. In the present progressive, the verb marker is ri. Using an example from last time, when I said I walk, it would be ndi no fa mba. Here it was simple. The first thing that we did was always figuring out who is doing what. And then we put in our tense marker, no. Then after the tense marker, we put in the verb stem, which was what is being done. Okay, so that was easy. Ndinofamba. Same for I eat. Ndinodya. We said, who is doing it? Ndi, I. When am I doing it? No, my present tense, in the present. And what am I doing? My verb, which was to eat. Now when I use the present progressive tense, it's very similar. Again, I first always have to ask, who is doing it? When are they doing it? Or my tense marker. And then what are they doing? Which is my verb. So let's use that formula. If I want to say I am walking, so this is I walk. I am walking would be who is doing it? Ndi, I am doing it. Because my tense marker is telling me that it is progressive, I put in ri. The difference here is that because it's a to be verb, same as in English, you say I am walking, we actually use the whole verb and we don't use just the stem. So ndiri, my whole verb here would be to walk, which is kufamba. So when I use my to be verb, I use the whole verb and not just the stem. Let's do another example. So if I want to say I eat, it's ndinodya. I am eating. Who is doing the eating? I. When is the eating being done progressively? So my tense marker. What am I doing? Eating. Kudya. Let's do one more example. If it's my mom that is doing something and I want to say you are cooking to my mom, then I would say who is doing it? My mom. Mu. What is the tense? When is she doing it? Progressively. So ri. What is she doing? Cooking. Kubika. Muri kubika. In these examples, this is when we use the tense in that second state, in the continuous in progress state. So when I'm saying I am ... ing, or you are ... ing, remember then that it's always the person who's doing it, ri, plus the verb in its full form, in its infinitive or dictionary form. Let's do a few more examples. To walk, to eat, to run, to drink, to smile. To walk in Shona is kufamba. To eat, kudya. To run, kumanya. To drink, kunwa. To smile, kusekerera. If I want to say I am drinking, who is doing the drinking? I am. When am I doing the drinking? Now, progressively. What am I doing? Drinking, kunwa. Ndiri kunwa, I am drinking. Let's say it's my sister and she is smiling and I want to say she is smiling. Who is doing the smiling? My sister. So he or she is a. When is she doing it? Progressively, right now. Ari, what is she doing? Smiling. Just copy it exactly as it is. Kusekerera. Let's pick something else. They are running. Who is doing the running? They, which is va. When are they doing it? Now, progressively, ri. What are they doing? Running. Ku, ma, nya. In your head, you might be thinking, that translates to I am to drink. I am to smile. I am to run. Because we know that the verb in an infinitive, ku, means to. But when we are using the re tense, this ku does not actually mean to. This ku actually becomes the equivalent of the English ing. The only thing is we put it in front. So you could basically say it just means I am drinking. She is smiling. They are running. So don't confuse the ku that comes after the to be verb ri with to do something. So here it means to walk, to eat, to run, but here it means drinking, smiling, running. Okay, let's do a couple more. So we haven't done eating. So maybe let's say it is eating. Then I can use chi. When is the eating happening? Now, progressively. What is it doing? Eating. Let's say it's another it. And it's walking. Class 9, it. Then I can say what is doing it? It is doing something. When is it doing it? Now, progressively, what is it doing? It is walking. Iri kufamba. You might be asking, can I give an example of an it with chi? So an example for it with starts with chi might be like a wild animal, chikara. So chikara, chiri kujga, the wild animal, it is eating. There it could be maybe an elephant, for instance. Nzo iri kufamba, it is walking. Iri kufamba. This is the present progressive tense, basically similar to when you would use English ing. So something, verb ing. My verb plus ing is basically person, ri, ku. So the formula for the present progressive tense, which is verb ing or verb ing, is my subject prefix plus ri plus ku for my ing and the rest of the verb. What about when I want to state something? If I want to state that I am something. This one is also quite easy because it's who is what. So if I want to say I am a teacher, the who is me. Ndi. The is super simple here. We just put in ri because that is our to be verb. And then you place the what that is there. So in this case, it's not a verb, it's a noun. So if I'm saying I am a teacher, then I would say I am Mozi. That is teacher. I am a teacher. If I want to say he is a driver, then I'm going to ask myself who, which is a, is, which is ri, and driver mu chka ri. He is a driver. If I want to say she is healthy, because being healthy is also a state, it's a noun, then I can say she ri is healthy. Mutano, which really translates to she is the healthy one or the one who is healthy. if I want to say they are alive, again, alive being a state of being. So I would say va for they, ri are alive, va ping. Here the state is a noun, but the state could also be an adjective. So for instance, if I wanted to say to somebody that you are tall, tall is describing the person, what they are. So I could say you ri are tall, murefu, or the tall one. Uri murefu, you are tall. Maybe I wanted to say something like it is small. Then I can say chi it ri is chi small. It is small. So whenever we're stating what something is, that what could be a noun or an adjective or something similar, then we still use this ri tense marker that this ri actually standing in for is the to be verb. Ndiri, I am a teacher. Ari muchkairi, he is a driver. Ari mutano, she is healthy. Vari vapenyu, they are alive. Uri murefu, you are tall. Chiri chidiki, it is small. Some of these are grammatically correct, but are not how you would typically say them in Shona. But don't worry about that right now. Right now, we're just learning how to use the present progressive tense using the to be verb ri. Quick recap. Today we're learning the Shona present progressive tense, also known as the ri tense. The ri tense shows two things. The state of a subject, that means what something is. And it also shows when actions are continuous and in progress. It uses the verb to be. So, for instance, I am tall, I am a woman, I am a teacher. That is what something is. I am doing something, I am walking, I am talking. That means continuous and in progress. And the formula for doing that is very simple. You start by figuring out who is doing the action. You put in your tense marker, ri, and then you use the whole verb at the end with ku standing in for our ing. Ndiri kufamba, I am walking. Ndiri kunwa, I am drinking. Ari kusekerera, she is smiling. Vari kumanya, they are running. Chiri kujga, it is eating. Iri kufamba, it is walking. And then in order to show state of things, what something is, it's who is and what. So I am a teacher. He is a driver. She is healthy. They are alive. You are tall. It is small. Okay, thank you very much for joining today's class, and tonana.